Hello everyone, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. My name is Violet and I'm super happy to have you here. In today's video I tried mostly e.l.f. Cosmetics makeup, some new and some not. I did include a bunch of first impressions on some of the newer makeup that I picked up from e.l.f. If you missed the haul, definitely keep an eye out for it. If not, and it's already up, I will link it in the description box below for you guys. If you're interested, I did include first impressions thoughts in this video, plus a wear test, plus at the very end kind of give my overall thoughts on all this makeup based on the application in today's video. So if those are things that interest you, then definitely keep on watching. Let's get on to the full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics. I'm super excited because I have picked up quite a few new items from them that I am so stoked to try. The only things that I do not have to complete the entire full face is brows, a powder, lip color, and mascara. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I have two primers from e.l.f. One I own, one Brandy owns, but this one is the Mineral Infused Face Primer. It is currently in my Project Pan series, which is linked down below in case you're interested in watching. And the other one is the e.l.f., of course everything's e.l.f. That's in this video unless stated otherwise, but this is their Hydrating Face Primer, so I'm actually going to mix these two. Now we can go ahead and get into the foundation, which is the ultimate star of the show, which is the whole reason why I decided to do this whole entire face of e.l.f. Mainly because I wanted to try some of these other newer products that I've had, that I recently bought, or that I've previously bought and have never gotten around to trying them. But it is the most hyped up, most talked about, most popular product in the past couple of months. I picked up the shade called Fair 140W. It says with warm golden undertones. In the packaging it does look really yellow, so I'm a little nervous. I'm going to go light-handed with this, and I actually bought the complexion duo brush that they suggested in conjunction with one another. So you use this big fluffier side to apply the foundation, and then use this smaller, like, it's not too domed, it is a little kind of flat-headed, but it's supposed to be for concealer. It's a medium to full coverage color correcting foundation with SPF 30. It says why we love it, medium to full coverage foundation with a natural finish, formulated with SPF 30 to protect against sun damage, multitasking foundation that provides skincare benefits, infused with hydrating and youthful boosting ingredients known to improve skin texture and tone. Our shade match guarantee allows you to buy with confidence. Some key ingredients in here is hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, peptides, and infused with skin loving collagens. Again, each of these does have specific reasons as to why it helps, like, and I'm not going to go too much into it. You can look it up on e.l.f.'s website. I really don't like this foundation. I did apply a second layer, and I think I might have applied just a little too much, so that was on my part, but it was spreading this foundation all over everywhere. Just some noticeable points on my chin. I had to really freaking blend it here. It was just moving product here, moving product there, and it's still not sticking at all. Like, it just looks like it's sitting on my skin. It's just lifting up. It did cover this patch of redness that I had on the side of my cheek, around my nose. It doesn't look too bad. It's not really like sticking on my nose. It's having the same issue as, I believe it's the Essence Pretty Fresh foundation, which I will link in the description box. And then right here on my forehead too, just looks heavily textured. In this immediate first impressions, I absolutely hate this. I don't like this, but I'm going to keep trying it. I'm going to find hopefully ways to make this work, but so far I am 100%, it's a dislike for me immediately. I went ahead and used the Camo side of it, or the concealer side of this brush. It's specifically called, not specifically called, it's specifically made for the Camo concealer that e.l.f. came out with. And I do have to say that this did apply the concealer. What I learned from the bigger side of this brush is that instead of rubbing around the product, just patting in and stippling in, sort of like patting motion on the skin helped blend it out better. I do have to say that did a good job. It wasn't rough. I didn't feel like it was pokey. And, you know, I think it did help kind of give more coverage to the under eyes, so it does appear as a more full coverage concealer. But it was a pretty good brush. It was good. No complaints so far. But to go with their bite-sized eyeshadows, they came out with a bite-sized face duo, which I thought was so neat and so cool. I picked up their new, well, new to me, not new on the market, face duos, and it's got a blush and highlighter in one. So this is what they look like. This is the shade called Lychee. So this is your blush. Yes, I was pointing to the right one. This is the blush, and this is the highlighter. So this is actually what I'm going to use today. I think that these are so pretty shades. I just went ahead and applied the blush and the highlighter, and I have to say that these are really pretty colors. They're gorgeous, but the only issue I had, and I feel like it's just all due to just once the base makeup is a fail, everything else is just troublesome. So I don't think that it's the formula of this, but I did try and apply the blush, and I did have to kind of pat my brush into it just a couple of times to really get a little bit of pigment, because I tapped into it a little bit, tapped it away, and once I tried to kind of just blend it on top of my foundation, or like just my makeup in general, but I did have trouble blending it and applying it right here. For some reason, this part on my cheek is just not taking any blush product whatsoever. The highlighter is very pretty. It's almost like a pinky purple with like white undertone kind of color. I've been eyeballing this one and another one, and then I looked at a few reviews on the other one that I was, it wasn't, I don't remember what the name was, but yeah, I saw reviews and people were just like, hey, it's not that great. So then I looked up this one, which is called the Pumpkin Pie. Yes, I almost called it Pumpkin Spice. It's called Pumpkin Pie, and these brown warm tones, these pretty like copper, the light gold, it's so pretty. I'm going to start off with this shade right here, and that's going to go into my crease. Now going in with the darker brown shade, I just went ahead and applied this all over the crease, a little bit on the outer corner, a little bit for just some color, and then underneath the bottom lash line. So I'm going to deepen up the outer corner just a little bit with this one. I have some new lashes from e.l.f. They're not new on e.l.f.'s website or by any means in stores or anything where you can pick them up at. I think it's only online, but I do own the other two pairs of these lashes called Troublemaker and Drama Queen, and I finally picked up the last pair that was missing called Social Butterfly. I think these are the more like natural looking-esque sort of lashes. These are so pretty. They're so fun. I'm going to go ahead and hop off camera, apply these. Completed look is done, and this is how the entire look turned out. So first things first, I'm going to start off with only the new products in this video. The Camo CC Cream. This one I am not a fan of, and I don't understand why a bunch of other people like this. Based on just the time and the opinion in today's video and the primer that I used, I don't like this. It was awful looking. It's still kind of awful looking in this general area, like the T-zone of my face, my forehead, my nose, and my chin. It looks awful. It's not sticking there. It still doesn't stick there. The setting spray didn't help any. Blush and highlighter duo. I like these. Again, I'm not really liking anything else on my makeup today or anything else on my face, just because I had such bummer opinions and an experience with the foundation that I feel like everything else on top of it just doesn't look like it's best. But I do find that these shades definitely blended out very nicely. The pigmentation on them is very nice. I do find that the blush is buildable. Highlighter is pretty. It's not too blinding, but it does give like this nice like glow. The color is really pretty. I don't find that this in the pan matches what's on my face, but it's very pretty and I would love to use this as a 2 eyeshadow look. And speaking of duo, the bite-sized eyeshadow, it's not a duo, it's just the bite-sized in the color combo or the name Pumpkin Pie. I like just how small these are and just how easy, quick eye look. You can throw on one shade and call it a day and head out your way. Or you can definitely like play around with these. They're very just the go-to no-fail eyeshadow look. The eyeshadow look that I created today is a very simple brown eye look. I'm not too much of a fan of browns. The shimmer shade that I ended up using was the second shade here in this palette. It's a gorgeous shade. It does pull of like an orangey copper shade, which is pretty, but pairing it with the brown shades is just not my way of pairing colors. I don't know, I've never really been a fan of applying golds and browns together and calling it an eye look. I'm just not really, I just feel like it's very bronzy-esque type of feel to it. I don't know, I'm just not personally a fan of it, but the quality of these so far is really good. The Faux Mink lashes from e.l.f. I have experienced the other 2 styles before, but not specifically this style in a Social Butterfly. Oh man, you guys, I freaking love these lashes. I think these have to be my favorite out of the entire 3. I will have a try on of all 3 of these in case you're interested. But these are just so pretty. They are pretty dramatic. They are kind of long. They're just so gorgeous. I don't feel them on the eyes. I did have a little difficulty just because the glue got stuck to my fingers, so I was having trouble there on applying the lash, but overall, they are just gorgeous. I'm probably a little too heavy for this eye look, but I didn't have any other choice. I really wanted to use these, and I do not regret it. I think that is everything I have to say based on all of the newer products in this video that I tried from e.l.f. 3-hour check-in. It is about 6 o'clock right now, a little after 6, and I'm probably going to cut this wear test short for 3 reasons. 1, I'm really tired. 2, I just woke up from a nap and I'm really groggy. And 3, I've got a headache that is bothering the heck out of me. One major noticeable thing with this foundation is that it is not the right shade at all. It is very white yellow. It's not too noticeable in natural lighting like right now. You can kind of tell the difference between my neck and my chest and everything and my arm. It doesn't look as bad as whenever I first applied it, and I realized that when I sprayed the setting spray, it just needed some extra more time, so about 10 to 15 minutes later. I would say that this area right here between my eyebrows, my nose especially, and on my chin, it kind of, the soothing mist from e.l.f. kind of helped dissipate some of the like texture, patchiness, and just awful lookingness in those specific areas. On the nose, it doesn't look that bad. It's actually looked pretty good. Everything has held up pretty nicely. I don't know if it's picking up or I can tell on camera, but everything else looks pretty smooth. It looks soft. Doesn't look disturbed or anything in any way. I've had no issues with these lashes. They're so comfortable. They're so pretty. Blush is still there. You know, I mean, I would expect it to 3 hours later. Highlighter, it is still there. It's still kind of light. Eyeshadow just looks pretty good. No complaints. So far so good on all of those. I think that is everything that I have to say in this wear test. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to Future Violet and end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics makeup. I am super happy that you enjoyed this video, or at least hopefully enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to chat with you down there. As always, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day and or week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye, guys. If you would like to watch my previous video or be directed to the channel, click the links on your screen.